weird as it gets.
Yeah, perfect. When it comes to discipline versus motivation, I pulled up just a few quotes here. Motivation produces emotion, but discipline produces results. Motivation is temporary, but discipline preserves. What do you think about that?
That's a really interesting question. To me, it feels a little bit like the groove versus feel.
Right.
At some point, I don't know where one ends and where one begins, because like I feel like just discipline ends up, even if you have the ability to maintain that for a long time, it ends up becoming lifeless at some point, and it ends up usually like fostering bitterness. Just motivation ends up you watching a bunch of YouTube videos to get inspired and never actually like sitting down to do the thing. So I think it just has to, you have to have a healthy balance of like both. And sometimes you might be in a great groove where like every day you wake up, it's it to me that feels a lot like I run, and I ride Peloton. Get at me, I'm one of those people. But you know, like as far as like me, like I want to move my body because it helps my body and my brain. So it's like there, for most of the time I wake up and like I don't have a problem doing it. And that's, so I would say that's discipline. But there are also times where I need to find some way to be motivated because I'm just not as into it. So sometimes that's like, okay, I've been running in my neighborhood and the neighborhood across the street. I'm gonna play basketball. I'm gonna go to a park, take a ball, like play basketball. You know, so sometimes like I think it's just about listening to yourself, your body, your brain, and like trying to figure out like what's gonna help me do the thing today. And because there's something to be said about like, you know, I am a very disciplined person, but then there are times where I go see like a live show and it's amazing, and I go like, holy shit, right, this is why I do it. Or like I recorded one of my favorite podcasts right after I watched Bo Burnham's Inside for the second time. Like that was the motivation. And I have a ton of discipline. It didn't get me to record the podcast until I saw Inside for the second time, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do it. And I just walked right upstairs and I did it.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, I think you just need a healthy balance of both. And it's just about trying to be real with yourself on like which one's really needed, and like making it happen.
Yeah.